Welcome to Dora Tech Essential Series. Ease your learning.
In today's video, we will learn to install the classic Windows 98 operating system. There are few organizations who still use some old hardware to run their older manufacturing equipments still in use, which still runs on older softwares not compatible with new operating systems. Those units generally come with older obsolete peripheral connectors to be operated from our desktop workstation. Windows 98 was one of the widely used operating systems in that era and still used on those machines, though it's already end of life support. This is an image of IBM's 5 MB hard drive lifted by many people compared to a 1 TB micro SD card that fits on your fingertip. With technological improvements, the hard disk size kept shrinking. This is a 1980s 5.25-inch form factor 512 MB hard drive, which used to occupy one whole bay in a desktop, compared to today's form factors. That's enough background of why Windows 98. Now let's focus on how Windows 98 is installed. Windows 98 requires minimal hardware compared to today's operating system. A 66 MHz CPU, 16 MB of memory, 225 MB disk space, and a 14-inch monitor. Since we don't have any older hardware, we will work on VMware's virtual hardware. VMware Workstation can be installed on Windows machine. Please check the channel list for more videos on VMware. Okay, let's create a virtual machine now from the home page. Click on Create a new virtual machine. Select Typical and provide the ISO image location of your operating system. Provide a name and location for the VM on your local drive. Windows 98 needs 255 MB for installation. We will provide plenty space for software installations later. Virtual hard disk drives splits into 2 GB chunks if you are using FAT16 file system on your physical machine. This chart shows the maximum size supported by each file system. Since this machine have NTFS file system, we can store it as a single file. We can always change few hardware settings from Customize Hardware menu when the system is in off state. If necessary, add additional hardware from this menu as needed. This completes the creation of virtual hardware for our installation. Let's power on the machine and begin our installation process. Select CD-ROM drive to boot from the virtual CD ISO image. Wait for it to load the installer. Use F1 button to view any help options or press enter to start the installation. The provided hard disk drive is identified and available to be configured. When Windows 98 was initially launched, the max hard disk drives available was 512 MB. The Windows 98 second edition provides support up to 128 GB hard disk drive. Since we are using a bigger drive, we need to enable the large disk support. Your hard disk drive is now ready for installation. Press enter to restart and boot again from CD-ROM to continue the installation process. Press enter to continue on the graphical setup menu. Press continue and select the default Windows installation location. You can select typical installation. Let's see the other options available in the custom installation. Double-click each item to see additional features in each section. Choose the desired features and continue. Provide a desired name to your computer and workgroup to join. Workgroup is an isolated network connected on same subnet compared to a domain which can expand globally. Select the right keyboard type, regional settings, and country to proceed. Sit back and relax during the process. Now the machine will reboot. When prompted, provide the username and company the machine is meant for. Ensure you have the right key for the CD you have. The operating system will be installed along with the drivers. Once rebooted, provide the time zone of your machine. You can set a password for the user, not much useful though. Windows 98 finally boots with a welcome screen. You can uncheck the box on the bottom if you don't want to see it every time you boot. Once you restart your machine, you would be prompted for a password. It may look secure, but it's a very early stage of security. You can bypass it just by clicking the escape button. These machines can only be secured physically by locking the door of the isolated room. They are prone to all kinds of attacks in a network environment.
Hope you enjoyed this series. More to come soon. Like, share, and comment. Press the bell icon and subscribe to get notified about upcoming videos.